Hey guys, welcome back. I am playing along with Scrappy Kathy today for a challenge accepted. And all month long, we are doing Scrap a Sketch with sketches from Lisa Sikorsky on her Facebook group. So let me show you the sketch first. So very awesome sketch. It looks like we have a large, I don't know, well, a piece of cardstock with a border around it. I don't think I'm going to do that, and I'll show you why. But then we've got maybe 8x8 squares that are matted, and then some really good fishtail banners, photos going this way, and a bit of a diagonal with embellishments here. Awesome. Super easy to use kind of sketch. My fave kind of sketches, although I love all sketches. Now, the collection I am using is called Happy Pup, and it's from Scrappin Happy Studios, and it's this really great collection kit that came out for a bit of a fundraiser called Paws for a Clause. So I've got these gorgeous pattern papers. I've got epoxy flare buttons, as well as some die cuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of Basil and Blackbird for my background. Now, I generally use pattern with pattern with pattern, but what I thought I would do is try to highlight this gorgeous kit as much as I can. That is my plan. Now, this is 12. Let me see. How wide is this? This is 8.5-ish. So I think I'm going to do like 8.5-ish. Although, quite frankly, I don't know which I want my backgrounds to be. Oh, let me show you my photos. These are my photos. So this is my youngest daughter, and she was hanging out with Blue, my youngest pup. And then she was popping some Snapchat filters on them, and it was cute and hilarious and all that. So I thought that would go really well with this puppy kind of a kit. So that's what I have there. So instead of just the one photo block like we saw in the sketch, I'll keep my photos in a block and use them as if it's one, big 4x6. I think that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Okay. Now what I need to do is figure out which one I want for like my main background. I do like this blue, and it looks like my daughter is wearing kind of a teal. So if I go in with that, and it's 8.5 across, I'm going to make an 8.5-inch square out of it. Wait, let me think. I want it to be matted. So what do we want to mat it on? Do I want to mat it on this? Oh, that's cute. Or on the straight piece. Nope. I want to mat it on the plaid. So the plaid would be 8.5. Because that's my biggest square, right? And then I'll have that in the middle. Great. And then I will have 8-inch puppy paper. If that, yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, let me trim it in a couple ways because I want the paws showing as much as possible because they're so cute. So I can have it like that. Oh, let me do 8 going the other way as well. I only did it one direction. Okay, so I'm going to have this great block in the center, which is this center block right here. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Okay, awesome. Now, something to think about. Now, I'm happy with it like that. Okay. Now, what I could do to mimic that is come in with some washi. I think I'm going to do that because I don't use my washi enough. Great. I'm going to scuff some edges because this Scrappin Happy Studio paper really scuffs beautifully. I need to mat my photo block, which we got to get trimmed out. Let's see. We have to trim it out. There we go. About there. Yeah, that looks good. So what do we want to mat the photo in? I love the doggy print, but I don't want to, have the doggy on the doggy print. This lime green could use a little, or do we want to do blue? I think the polka dots are picking up too much of the polka dots. I like the idea of a bigger print. So I'm going to do that. And then I got to spend a minute doing my scuffing. Oh, that's cute. So cute. So cute. And I have my fishtail banners to make with my other patterns, which will be really fun. All right, so I'm going to make my fishtail banners. I'm going to stuff up my edges, all of that kind of stuff, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Look at how cute already, guys. So cute. Oh, and I want to find a washi. If I have one, that will work. Okay, give me a minute. All right, so I did go ahead and use washi to kind of mimic the matting on my background cardstock, but I won't be keeping it. I'm putting a different washi there later on. So we're just gonna call it like a place marker for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my 3 fishtail banner pieces on. I am so loving the texture of the paper in this collection. I mean, of course, Scrappin Happy Studio flares are gorgeous and beautiful, but I love that she's come out with collections. I think it is so fun. And I also think with, oh, I'll be covering this little mistake I made, don't worry. I also think that there is room in the market for new manufacturers, especially with American Crafts, you know, having case lots and all that now that are required of their wholesalers. So anyway, different story, different day, but great timing for Jenny to start making her own collections. Okay, now I have matted my photo twice. I have pattern with pattern with pattern with pattern. As you can see, all kinds of things are going on. So now that I have the base of my layout done, I get to come in and see what goodies I want to use. So I am going to go ahead and audition lots of pieces to see what is going to work for me. So I pretty much have my die cuts figured out. Now I want to figure out the flare bits so that I know what I can tuck and what I can use. And, you know, spoiler again, I'm not going to use all the flare on this layout, but I do love the colors, so I can sneak them into other puppy layouts as I'm using up the rest of my pattern paper from this kit. Okay, so I have these pieces stuck down. I think they're so cute. I'm going around going, all right, do I have everything on there? I mean, look at the little sleeping doggy, which works perfectly for Blue taking one of his 9,000 naps of the day. I did go ahead and pop up a couple pieces on a little bit of foam for some dimension. I tend to have, oh, there you go, these little Frankenstein foam cuts to the left of my mat all the time so that I can just grab in little pieces. So what else to tell you guys? I am gearing up for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. That's happening all March long. And it's so awesome because a bunch of the sketches were made by people that are in her group. So a bunch of just regular old scrappers. Now I'm going to go into my Lucky 7 bin, which is right next to me, to my right, and see what goodies will work for this. Now, these Bella Boulevard puffies were part of my Lucky 7 because I had to have tons and tons of them. I think at the time when I ordered them from scrapbook.com, I had a gift card. The only ones I couldn't get was the yellow, so I scored really well. And then they came out with like these multicolored ones to get me all jealous, but I have resisted so far. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I have some of these great black puffy hearts giving me another dimension because everything I had on here was kind of like a flat color aside from my flare. That little shine you get from a flare can be absolute key with this stuff. And I popped in a couple of arrows. I like that bit of white on the one arrow. It brings light. So yeah, a couple little arrow pieces showing direction. I used to put arrows on absolutely everything. And yeah, it seems like I kind of faded away from that for a bit. All right, so I'm gonna come in now. I ran to the other side of the room to grab some Heidi Swap Color Shine in black. It is still like Color Shine, guys. You know it's the standby. So If you still have some in your drawer, don't forget about it. Now, I'm super lucky because I scrap on a glass mat. So even if I get it on my mat, it just wipes right up. It is quite the cool thing. And all right, so there I'm showing you my little splatty beds and my clusters. And now I'm going to have some still shots. Down below, I will have links for Scrappy Kathy's channel to see what she came up with for this, as well as, like the Scrap-A-Sketch Facebook group and Scrappin' Happy Studios links for where you can get your hands on these kits. All right, bye for now, friends. Thanks so much for watching.